I hate doing European previews and I hate watching preview videos because there's too much going on, bro.
Yeah.
In the English Premier League, we're about to watch 380 games over the course of a year. But we've just fucking put that down into a 15-minute video for you guys. So please subscribe. Please stay locked in so I can break down these games in a bit more detail. Let's take our journey outside of England into Europe, obviously. France. Now, PSG has had probably the worst transfer window I've seen them have in a while, at least on paper. Do you still have them winning the league?
I don't. I don't. I think this is a bit of it's definitely a controversial pick. I have Marseille winning the league next season. I think they've been a lot smarter in the transfer market. You look at where their weaknesses were at the back end of the season, they just kept conceding goals. And you bring in some smart signings. They may not be world beaters, but people who can do a job. You've got likes like Kondogbia, who did put in a shift at Atletico the last couple of seasons, bring him into defensive midfield. I think you also bring in Renan Lodi for about 20 million for that price.
That's the one.
Yeah, I think these are good signings for the price, and these guys can do a job. They can put in a shift, and they'll make a difference. I also like who they've signed in up front. So they got Ismail Assar for about £30 million, I think. And that's 10 to 15 goals there. I just like the way they've done their business this season. The reason I don't have PSG winning is I just think you look at the personalities that are leaving the club. You've got Ramos out, maybe not the biggest one, but Messi's the big one. This guy, he may not have had the best, I don't know, how do you say it? He may not have the best statistical season of his career, by his standards, mind you. Not by anyone else's standards, but it's just the gravitational pull this guy has on a football field. Everyone kind of looks towards him, and that's a big part of PSG's identity. You take him out, how does the dynamic change him?
I like what you're saying, and I appreciate that about Marseille. Renan Lodi, one of my favorite left backs, single-handedly just for shutting down Liverpool a few years ago before COVID. Problem I have is you've talked about PSG's weaknesses, but let's not pretend that they still have Neymar. Let's not do that where Neymar and Dembele, this is when fit. When fit. This is the combination of a dream time. And on top of that, Mbappe's situation isn't resolved, but I fully expect him to be in the squad regardless of whatever B team with Julian Draxler you've got him training in. If he's not leaving, he will be playing. So I do think there is enough there. Next league, Spain, where Mbappe might be headed. Barcelona, bit of an iffy transfer window. Madrid, a very strong transfer window, but now don't have a striker. And Atletico doing what they do, shrewd signings, shrewd sells, bit of both. Who do you think's winning?
I still got Barca winning this one. As much as Jude Bellingham is a fantastic signing, I think he hit the nail on the head. They don't have a striker, and you want to win a goal. You want to win a season. Yeah, defense wins you seasons, but you need goals. And I just don't know who steps up as a striker. Joselu's great. Don't mind. He gets some goals, but is he going to have a Benzema-esque type of season? I guess we have to wait and see. I still like some of the signings that Barca made. I think Gundogan was a great pickup. He'll do a job in the midfield. So yeah, I think Barca have strengthened some areas, and yeah, they should go on to win the season, in my opinion.
Personally, I want Madrid to work. I want to see what a system without an established striker would look like, because the amount of flow, and I don't know, some people say it generates football, but whatever you want to call it, the amount of flow, the amount of freedom these guys have, you simply can't mark these guys, a box midfield, the potential to even throw an extra midfielder with Camavinga, Valverde at fullbacks. This is unmarkable in attack because they don't even know what they're doing until they do it. It's so unpredictable. This Ancelotti system, bro, that's what it is, right? This whole idea of relationism. They do what needs to be done, and they'll play whatever way they need to, and it's the way I want to see football played as well. So I am backing Real Madrid. I don't think Atletico is strong enough, despite Antoine Griezmann putting in some of the best performances I've seen him from in a long, long time. And I think it's got to be Madrid this season with the talent they've got. And they're one Mbappe signing away from having that striker. So let's wait and see. All right, Germany, Sag. Let's get into it. Bayern's winning. We know that. So guys, please, this we're not moving straight over to Italy. But let's do who gets the silver medal.
I'm so glad this is just such an afterthought. I've got Dortmund. I think maybe a month ago I would have said Leipzig, but I think they've lost a couple of key players. They've lost Szoboszlai. They could most likely looks like they're gonna lose Guardiola, and not enough time to really find very good replacements for them. So interesting. I do like the signing of Benjamin Sesko. I think he's a different striker profile to what they have. Very different to Timo Werner per se. But yeah, I don't know if that's enough to get to the second place. I think Dortmund still have a decent squad. They should have won the league last season. Whether that affects them mentally or not, I don't know. But I think they've got a strong enough team to come second at least.
Look, I was having a cheeky little look at Dortmund's business, and this is why I am picking Leipzig. Jude Bellingham is out, you know. They've also lost De Hood, who was playing not as many games, has to be said. They've lost Guerrero to Bayern Munich. Bayern fucking Munich, bro.
Yeah.
And they've replaced him with Ben Sabiani from Mönchengladbach, decent signing. But that midfield area, the main signing is, I don't know how to say his name, obviously, Felix Nemcha, Lucas Nemcha's little brother, I think, in midfield. And I don't know if he is going to match the production of Guerrero, of Bellingham, of De Hood in midfield. And I think that's a big question mark for me. Whereas you look at Leipzig, historically, the smart signings are made at Leipzig, you know. They sell someone, they already have a plan of who to buy, and it's basically just a younger version of the player they sold, maybe 3 or 4 years younger. And they just churn players in and out. It's a business for them. There's no real passion for football. You know, you've heard it all before with their employee fan ownership structure. But from the footballing side, it works. It works. On the pitch, it works. And for me, I think they've replaced enough of their guys. Who have we got left? Italy. Tell me who you've got.
I've got Napoli still. I think they do a double. Reason I've got them, I think they've lost they've got their core still. Yes, they've lost Kim Min-jae. I think that is a big loss. But I'm looking across the league. I think Juve is kind of out of it just because I don't know. They don't look like they.
You know. I saw Moise Kean hit the gritty in preseason. And that's when I decided to lay their bets this year. Because I'm getting to that age now where celebrations in preseason, as much as I love them when I'm in the stadium, they should probably be worth yellow cards.
It's a gritty especially, right? Oh god. Yeah, but I don't see Juve doing anything. And I'm looking at Inter. They've lost Onana. They're going to lose Lukaku as well. You're losing some key players there. And then you also have AC lost Tonali. He's a bit of a subtle loss, I feel. He's not someone that you recognize straight away, but he's an important player in that team. So I think with Napoli having their core, I think Napoli keeping their core, you still got Osimhen, you still got here we go. Kvaratskhelia. I can't say his name, bro. But yeah.
Just say Kvaradona. Like it's so much easier.
But yeah, I think with that core, they can easily do a double, especially with the rest of the league not really strengthening either.
Yeah, Milan has gotten weaker, but there have been some very shrewd signings. I'm sure. Have you seen Bader before?
Not necessarily.
You got to watch a bit of Bader ball, but he'll tell you all about it. The Tonali sale was one of the worst things that happened to Milan in recent history. There's a lot of bad stuff, obviously. Maldini's left, a lot of the problems with the coach, executives, whatnot. But some of the signings they've made in the recent window after that Tonali sale, I think they have done a decent enough job to replace it. You know, was it Chukwueze that they signed?
Yes. Yeah, he's good.
Chukwueze, a couple other guys as well. I think you'll see, obviously, you know, it's a bit moneyball, but the sum of the parts will be all right. It won't be as good as last season, you know, strikers still a big question mark. I also look at Inter. Lukaku's out, but Thuram on a free from Mönchengladbach. That's good business. I would have been happy to take him over Højlund at United, by the way, for free, especially for free.
Yeah.
We don't have money. We're broke boys. We're broke boys. But we'll wrap it up there. I think you've heard it all here. Europe. Stay tuned. Stay locked in, guys. Subscribe for more.